Imagist poet William Carlos Williams famously said, "No meaning but in things." Today I'm going to read a couple of poems that deal with seemingly everyday things that somehow matter more deeply. The first one is by the late Donald Hall, New Hampshire poet who passed away just less than a year ago. When I walk in my house, I see pictures. De Koning, Arp, Lawrenson, Henry Moore, that I've cherished and stared at for years. Yet my eyes keep returning to the masters of the trivial. A white stone perfectly round, tiny lead models of baseball players, a cowbell, a broken great-grandmother's rocker, a dead dog's toy, valueless, unforgettable, detritus that my children will throw away, as I did my mother's souvenirs of trips with my dead father, kodaks of kittens, and bundles of cards from her mother, Kate. Now I'd like to read a poem that I wrote. It's about a place that remains very special to me, a place from my childhood. It's called Jasper's Store. Across from where I used to live, the old slate-roofed brick buildings now refurbished. Storefront windows, thermal-paned, stripped of red and blue hand-lettered signs on clean white butcher's paper, cleared of pyramids of cans and boxes, closed off now with trendy lawyers' office mini-blinds, beyond which you'd no longer find tall wire racks with topped baseball cards, double bubble gum, kits, good and plenty. One step further in, the great red metal cooler with the heavy top lifted to reveal the dark, cold magic crowded with long neck bottles of Coke and tall, thin Truade in bright orange. You'd pry them with a hiss and pop in and out of the recessed built-in opener, then carry them across the store, giving your Buffalo nickels, Mercury dimes, stick and hot from running them across school fields, grasped tightly in your palm against a loss from dropping or from Busty Van Duzer. Mrs. Jasper, packing up boxes and string-wrapped paper bundles for a neighbor, pauses in her news report, receives the coins with round, worn fingers, maybe shouts to Mr. Jasper, "Restock the cooler," and he'd answer, looking up from work at his long counter, ceramic chipped and worked into smooth-edged shapes of black beneath the white, like the stains on his apron from cutting, trimming, wrapping up the meat. Someday, I'd like to walk through this misfit door with its incongruous brass and find again, just hidden out of sight, just resting for the moment, the boisterous presence of the Jaspers. To hear the grit of sawdust underfoot, breathe the robust smell of real unpackaged food, feel the touch of Mrs. Jasper's strong, plump hand embracing mine to lead me through the door. But what I do is sigh and wonder, who will tell the child as he leaves the threshold, "Wait now till I tell you when to cross," while the boy runs from one safe haven to the next. And tell me what place will swim up in dreams when anxiety chills the nights of old age. What place will wrap disquietude in kindness, with the simple, perfect recall of a smell, a voice, a touch. Thanks again for listening. Let me know if you want to keep doing this. I'm happy to go on, but it's up to you. So in the meantime, stay safe, stay well, and stay home.